Please subscribe to our channel, and for latest updates, don't forget to press the bell button.
बहुत एक्साइटेड है बहुत लोग हैं जिनको टाइम नहीं मिलता बुक्स पढ़ने का और आई मीन पर्सनली बीइंग फ्रॉम अ क्रिएटिव फील्ड बीइंग अ म्यूजिक प्रोड्यूसर मेरे हिसाब से तो आई थिंक आई वुड रादर प्रेफर लिसनिंग टू अ बुक देन एक्चुअली टेकिंग द टाइम आउट हालांकि ऑफ कोर्स रीडिंग अ बुक इज़ द ट्रेडिशनल एंड द राइट वे ऑफ डूइंग इट बट आई वुड लव टू हियर इट आई थिंक
ऑडिबल की बात करें तो उसमें बहुत सिंगर ने अपनी वॉइस दी है नवाज ने इसकी आवाज़ के लिए हम एक्साइटेड है
अरे नवाज जी की आवाज़ में मेरे ख्याल से बुक बहुत मज़ेदार होगी एंड काफ़ी अच्छे लोग हैं इनफैक्ट इन्वॉल्व हैं सो इनफैक्ट द फैक्ट दैट यू हैव सच बिग एक्टर्स और हमारे जो बिल्कुल ही दिग्गज लोग हैं दे आर पार्ट ऑफ दिस इज़ अ ग्रेट थिंग
On any other day, you would just be listening to me, but now you're seeing me. Yeah, okay, no, that's not going anywhere. All right. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time to join us this evening as we unveil something that is truly special, something that is truly unique, something that will ensure that you will never, ever be bored again. And I know I'm really excited, but I'm going to try not to get ahead of myself. The point is, you've waited really long for this. I mean, a whole 18 months in the making and the becoming of it. And you will soon find out what we are unveiling. I mean, if you haven't figured it out yet, then you're definitely a gatecrasher. Ladies and gentlemen, as most of you already know, Audible is the world's leading seller and producer of downloadable audiobooks and other spoken word entertainment. After getting the Western world hooked on November last year, and well, clearly the reception has been outstanding. So thank you, India, for making it such a success. You know, all those people who used to have pride, of having an Audible premium account in the West were just thrilled to have and attain and avail this service here in India. And the avid readers who are so hard-pressed on time quickly jumped onto the app so that they could enrich their lives one audiobook at a time. So before I go into any more textual matter, I'm going to give you this moment to soak it all in. Here is a quick peek into the Audible journey so far. Free to absolutely take this person at face value. Please welcome on stage the man of the hour, the innovator, founder, ladies and gentlemen, Audible's founder and CEO, Don Cass.
Well, thanks everybody. So I don't jog anymore, but I do continue to play ice hockey, which is why I limped up here because I broke my hamstring. So that makes me wonder why I'm bothering to talk to you, but being me, I will go ahead and talk for a while. So look, I'd like to try to express how meaningful and moving the launch of Audible Suno is to me as the founder, and how humbled I am to be in this company with so much profound talent drawn from so many realms of this famously vibrant and deeply creative Indian artistic community. I was a professional writer for 20 years before Audible was created, writing long books and long articles, long narrative articles, and I tried to convey that are about people willing to die for a cause in global conflicts. I did that for years. And I tried to humanize the dramas of organizational and economic life in books I wrote. And before that, I was lucky enough to have the great American novelist Ralph Ellison as my teacher and mentor. And from Ralph, I really learned what it meant to read, and I learned to hear the music and well-composed words. And so from Ralph, I learned that the sounds of an oral storytelling culture, the democracy of early American voices, really created the voice of American written literature. American writers like Stephen Crane and Mark Twain, they wrote like Americans when other American writers were still writing like Brits. Because these writers listened to the stories of the street, they listened to the stories of the campfires and the boasting of salesmen and the lamenting of slaves in the fields. So when I left the writing life to start a company, the New York gossip columnist said I had abandoned a perfectly left text itself to make a company based on the power of the spoken word, something that wasn't really even a media mainstream phenomenon. So I used to give speeches defending my idea for Audible. I said that books and magazines were enabled by technological innovation, as was the world of film and TV. But that oral storytelling was the preferred mode of artistic expression for centuries, going back to the Greeks. India's own special oral tradition, from the Vedas to the Upanishads, to the Kathas, the recitations of the Brahmin priests were in our minds when we imagined Audible Suno. So it was 1994 that my writer's curiosity caused me to become obsessed by the idea that the future held everybody walking around these little digital devices packed with all the civilization's most important words and ideas, which incidentally everybody thought I was crazy because it was way back when. But Audible was created in 1995. I was in my 40s. My wife still calls it a non-toxic midlife crisis. And I set out to build the first commercial digital audio player with a team of amazing people. This was 5 years before the iPod. And from there went on to become part of the lifestyle of tens of millions of people around the world who pay us to listen to Audible audio. So we've actually earned the loyalty of millions of listeners who right now spend 2 hours a day listening to Audible when they listen. We delivered 3.5 billion hours of paid listening to customers around the world in the past 12 months, and I'm proud to say that Audible's directly employed 20,000 different working actors around the world over the past 5 years. I didn't know there were 20,000 working actors, but there are, and I'm happy that we've been part of their lives. So we have these people principles that you have to understand to come to work with us, which I encourage you to check out. It includes statements of purpose that we try to really be different from other companies I know of. It says that we exist to pursue what a company can mean in ways that transcend what it does. This includes us working to address urban inequality in America by moving our company to one of the most economically disadvantaged cities, Newark, New Jersey, and doing many things to create change beyond sending checks to charity. The people principles for Audible plays also read, we serve the writers, actors, and other creative professionals who craft the words we deliver. At its best, Audible is an inspiration platform, a movement, a cause, and leaders who stand out operate at the cutting edge of the arts and sciences. We draw inspiration from artistic creativity, from the truths and wisdoms conveyed through the ages, from the most advanced of emergent technologies, and from the sciences focused on the study and calibration of the human condition. We hear the culture's drumbeat. I often talk about the seductive intimacy of an Audible listening aesthetic. It's usually a private performance. And a University College of London study found that listening to Audible is actually more emotionally engaging than watching TV or film, generating a more intense physiological, psychological, and emotional reaction. The images of the brain from these studies show up like that. It's all lit up, the globes of the brain that are part of emotion, as we take listeners away. So I've been thrilled to just meet so many of the amazing actors, writers, directors, producers, soundscape designers who've come to work with us in our amazing Audible India team. And from the start, I'm just amazed. But Audible Suno will start with Indian listeners. Just look at this. They will allow people to escape to other worlds, to cry, to be terrified, to laugh hard, to think about the realities of modern life because of Suno's fearless address of the modern realities of Indian life on so many levels. You can listen for keys to living a deeper and more spiritually informed life, or how to be inspired to achieve success in more material ways, or in whatever ways success is for you. I was proud to be here in Mumbai. It's only 13 months ago to launch our first Indian service, featuring 200,000 audiobooks and Audible originals for download, our 9th language outlet, and a service that is more popular than even our Audible dreamers ever imagined it would be. Today, we are all so proud of the powerfully performed words that are inside Audible Suno and the many more original programs to come, the sound of the future. And we've decided to make this, as you probably know, the first all-free service that is launched completely free and completely without advertising. And we'll also include our best in the world, you can kind of look this up, personalized customer service support for every listener, even though it's free. This is how proud we are to be part of India's profound and impassioned storytelling. I loved being a writer because I could get an idea about a story, and I'd work hard and I'd make it real. And I'm proud that an idea that most people thought was crazy back in 1994 has become audible. And I'm thrilled and grateful to witness the idea for Audible Suno becoming real tonight, and so quickly, and to be here to celebrate with so many of the world's, not just India's, most talented individuals. So thank you all for being here.
So, I want to start by saying that, it's so humbling to just be in front of this accomplished and celebrated audience, and to be able to represent a team.
To just show that you're in for, then actually this kind of see and you'll kind of suno.
जी हाँ, जैसे हम लोग फिल्मों में करते आए हैं, ये ऑडियो शो एक नई किस्म का सिनेमा है जिसमें इमेजेस हम नहीं शूट करेंगे, बल्कि आप इमेजिन करेंगे। मुझे तो इसमें पूरी फिल्म का मजा मिल रहा था, कान से देखने वाला। फ्रांस गए, आपको मिल गया ना कान वाली फिल्म का मजा।
मैं कोई फिलोसफर नहीं, पर दुश्मन 3 किस्म के होते हैं। पहले वो जब तुम्हारा बुरा चाहते हैं, सामने आ जाए तो मन करता 2 जड़ दो सालों को, जड़ ना पाओ तो भी सोच का अच्छा लगता है। दूसरे होते हैं जाने दुश्मन, जिनको मार ही चैन मिल सकता है, मगर मार सकते नहीं, क्योंकि वो भी कोई चूते होते नहीं, वो भी तो मार सकते हैं। इसलिए मन ही मन गाली देके काम चलाना पड़ता है, और हमेशा बच के निकलना पड़ता है इनसे कि कब क्या करते हैं। और सबसे खतरनाक दुश्मन होते हैं तीसरे किस्म वाले, एकदम मादरचोद। ये होते हैं रिश्तेदार। इनको तो साला गाली भी नहीं दे सकते, पता नहीं उनकी माँ चोदने जाओ तो अपना क्या चुन जाए।
कितने 20। चिड़ी तो दिव्या पहले से बैठी थी, अब उसे गुस्सा भी आने लगा था। उसने अपना पर्स उठाया और देखने लगी। अभी 8-9 है मेरे पास, बाकी एटीएम से निकाल के देती हूँ। अक्षत उसे ऐसे देख रहा था जैसे दिव्या जू में आया कोई नया जानवर हो। भिखारी समझा है क्या? 1000 नहीं, लाख। हाँ, दिव्या को भरोसा नहीं हुआ। मुझे कल तक चाहिए, नहीं तो मैं इसका बॉस हो जाऊंगा। मैं कहां से लाऊं इतने पैसे? तू सोच। क्यों लाऊंगी मैं? और 20 लाख? तू पैसे की कीमत समझता है? दिव्या अब तक भड़क चुकी थी, पर अक्षत भी वहां प्रवचन सुनने नहीं आया था, क्योंकि चॉइस नहीं है तेरे पास। ये कहकर अपनी सबसे हरामी मुस्कान बिखेरते हुए उसने अपने मोबाइल पे दिव्या को एक फोटो दिखाया। दिव्या के पैरों तले जमीन खिसक गई। उसका टॉपलेस फोटो, एकदम हार्ट अटैक सा हो गया दिव्या को। इतने लोग आसपास बैठे हैं, जाने किसे क्या दिखा होगा। मम्मी सच कहती थी, ऐसे हरामी से बच के ही रहना चाहिए।
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Well, to begin with, to the far left, well, my left, the director of Thriller Factory, Anurag Kashyap. Tabu. And wait for it, the very sexy Nawazuddin Siddiqui. Alright, so I'm going to walk up to you guys, give you this mic. I only did what you see me doing here this evening. And that man made me an actor, so ladies and gentlemen. Just for effect. Alright, I don't know, Anurag, yeah, that's easier. Anurag, yeah, I can't call him sir. So Anurag, please tell us, after, holding the mantle of creating such incredible audio-visual stories, what was it like to create something that engages the audience and holds their imagination and makes their imagination run wild purely through audio? What was that journey like for you?
For me, this was the opportunity that came my way to actually feed my most baser of instincts. Like, something you grow up with, the gleeful Hindi pulp, and then Manohar Kahaniyan, that Satya Katha, to bring that to life and do it in the way only Hindi-speaking North Indian can do. And I couldn't have done it without Pravesh Bhardwaj, who was actually the one who went through the effort of you know, adapting all those Ved Prakash Sharma books. One of them actually inspired him to write his own.
Wow.
And to put it together with all that jazz music,
Yeah.
set to the dialogues that you heard Nawaz speak.
Yeah.
It was just such an incredible experience, you know.
Yeah, like I don't have this in my list, but what was it like to, you know, play with absolute no censorship for you?
It is very liberating in the sense because this is what it is. This is what I grew up with. And I like the idea of having no censorship. Because, you know, then you can put yourself totally out there, unashamed.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. May I request you to please pass the mic on to Tabu. Hi.
हेलो
How are you? Good to see you again. All right, please share. with-
गालियों वाला मुझे क्यों नहीं दी कहानी
आपको टॉपलेस वाला दिया ना मैम?
सब
क्या मैम?
खाली बोला है ऐसे
मैम, तो प्लीज
अभी सेंसर हो जाएगा
मैम अभी प्लीज हमें बताइए आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा?
बोलने का
हाँ.
बहुत अच्छा था क्योंकि हेयर एंड मेकअप का टेंशन नहीं था actually। ना मिरर देखने की जरूरत पड़ी ना कुछ, फिर भी एक्टिंग तो करनी पड़ी लेकिन सिर्फ आवाज से।
मजा आता है। आपको तो बहुत मजा आता है।
मुझे बहुत मजा आया एक्चुअली। कन्फेशन के आई लव डूइंग वॉइस ओवर्स। मैं अपने सारे डायरेक्टर दोस्तों को फ़ोन करके बोलती रहती हूँ हर 6 महीने में कि कोई वॉइस ओवर करवाना है तो प्लीज़ मुझसे करवा लो। मैं स्ट्रगलिंग वॉइस ओवर आर्टिस्ट हूँ।
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. And yes, finally, a man so sexy. I mean, what a face, what a personality. He seemed. But I thought Anurag और आपका divorce हो गया था ना? आप वापस आ गए? Audio में भी. All right. So please tell us, what it feels to you. I mean, what really goes through your heart and mind when you have to reveal each character, but just through your voice. And what does that feel like?
क्या
नहीं कुछ नहीं समझ रहा जब
Hindi में।
मैं तो नहीं राइटर हूँ सर हिंदी की
नहीं मैं समझ गया थोड़ा ऐसे
नहीं तो मैं
एक्सेंट जो है ना तुम्हारा
नहीं वो एक्सेंट मेरा सिर्फ स्टेज पे आता है
थोड़ा सिंपल
नहीं वो एक्सेंट सिर्फ स्टेज पे आता है आप टेंशन मत लीजिए नहीं मतलब जब आप पर्दे पे आते हैं तो आपकी जो पर्सनैलिटी है वो आपके लफ्ज़ों में आपके चेहरे पे नज़र आती है मगर उसी पर्सनैलिटी को सिर्फ आवाज़ से दर्शकों तक पहुंचाने के लिए आपने क्या किया मुझे हिंदी आती है
एक्चुअली जब हम लोग अपने उसमें रहते थे ना गांव में
जी
तो हमारे घर की खिड़की पे शीशा था मतलब लकड़ी के दरवाजे थे
जी
ठीक है और वो दूसरे मोहल्ले में खुलता था हमारा जो घर था बोलो पहले
आप मुंबई की बात कर रहे हैं ना
नहीं दूसरे
मुंबई में यही होता है आप अपना विंडो खोलो किसी और के कमरे में
नहीं क्या होता था जैसे हमारा ये विंडो है हमारा घर इस तरफ है
जी
और यहाँ पे एक कोना था
जी
तो यहाँ पे लोग अजीब से लोग आते थे और बातें करते थे तो मैं खोल तो सकता नहीं था वो
सुन सकता था
तो बहुत ही अजीब से वाक़े होते थे वहाँ पे जो सुनता था मैं और सुबह के मतलब कोई जो सुबह की अजान होती है ना तब से शुरू होता था तो एक बार क्या हुआ कि एक लड़का और लड़की आपस में बात कर रहे थे अब मैं दरवाज़ा वो लकड़ी का दरवाज़ा खोलूँ तो चर चर मर की आवाज़ आई तो मैं सुनता था और कम से कम मैंने 1 महीने तक सुना लोगों की बातें
1 महीने तक चलते रहे
चलता रहा बातें चलती थी
अच्छा ओके हाँ
क्या होता था बात आगे या पीछे मुझे नहीं मालूम बट वहाँ आके बातें करते थे वो तो मैं सुनता था मतलब उनकी शुरुआत हुई होगी मुझे पता चला कि जब वो पहले दिन मैंने सुना तो आई थिंक उनका वो पहला ही दिन होगा उनकी बात करने का और उनका ब्रेकअप हुआ 1 महीने के बाद तो सारी चीज़ें सारा पूरा कन्वर्सेशन मैंने सुना
तो मतलब आप सिर्फ सुन के आपने अंदाजा लगा लिया कि ये लड़का ऐसा दिखता होगा
मैंने सुन के अंदाजा ये लगाया वो लड़का बहुत बुरा था
Yeah, he's already
आज मेरा
experienced it.
एक्सपीरियंस हो रहा है सुनने का
See, Don, he's the real player, dude. He's been around. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing these stories. Could we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Thriller Factory, Anurag Kashyap, Tabu, and Nawazuddin Siddiqui. और अगले जो हमारे गेस्ट हैं, प्लीज इतना दूर ना खड़े मुझसे। नहीं, वो अनुराग कश्यप है ना, इसलिए दूरी ठीक है। All right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, after this incredible rendezvous, his first ever self-dev show, which is self-development show, and he has created this exclusively for us. You are going to be listening to one of the best comedians of India on Audible Suno.
Hello. Jai Shri Ram Mitra. It is good to be here. Okay, I'm going to talk about my show. Should I start?
Yeah, please. Okay. You got 2 minutes.
If not the first time. Censorship, पहुंच गया. You just talked about it. अभी पहुंच गया. मित्रों बोलो तो पहुंच गया. Paycheck is gone. My name is Veer. Good evening. Every party needs one clown, one fool. So hello, I'll be playing that part for this evening. Chances are, if I'm writing a joke or any comedian is writing a joke, one of three things has happened. Either I have done something stupid, or somebody I know has done something stupid, or the government has done something stupid. We can agree on about 2 or 3 of those, depending on who you are. So I really believe that the life-changing decisions that we make come from stupid decisions. That intelligent decisions don't actually change our lives. It's when you don't think and you just jump and you do something extremely stupid, that is when great things happen in your life. And I wanted to do a show about that. Because no matter who we are here, how accomplished we are, how cool we are, how rich we are, at some level we're all very stupid and we do stupid things on a daily basis. You know, whether it is getting into the wrong relationship, or spending all of your money, or getting drunk, or doing that drug, or doing a show at famous studios during rush hour. So I didn't want to do a show where I talk to celebrities because all of celebrity stories have been told. I didn't want to do a show where I talk about myself because nobody's interested. So I wanted to do a show where I find 15 people who have made extremely stupid decisions and talk about the genesis of the stupid decision, what they were thinking when they made the decision, and how their life worked out after the decision. So we researched all of India and found 15 very cool stories. From a boy who did drugs at a hippie fest and met a hippie who pierced his tongue in the middle of the night and he now has a split fork tongue. And how that has affected his work life, his social life and his love life. We met a man who is 93 years old and left his family for a love marriage at the age of 93. We met a girl who went from Mumbai to Goa in 10 days using nothing but 100 rupees. Just taking lifts, sleeping on the side of the road. But just to be safe, her husband followed her behind in a car 100 feet behind her. We met a boy who had on fire